When we make decisions about our health, we often avoid discussions about end-of-life care. It's a time that can be filled with uncertainty, emotion, of course, and oftentimes unspoken questions. Today, we are honored to welcome back Becky Nakashima-Brooke, owner of Illuminate Healing Studio. Becky, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, I've missed you around here. I'm glad that that we could have you back to talk about all of this. But first, I want to start and talk a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you do over at Illuminate.
Sure. So I'm Becky, like you said. At Illuminate Healing Studio, I offer yoga classes, I offer Reiki, therapeutic sound, Thai body work, end-of-life care, and then I offer things out into the community too as well. So I teach Qigong in the community at a couple of different places and guided meditation at the Figgy.
You wear all sorts of healing hats, I like to say, whenever we talk with you. And you brought some items with you here today that kind of aid in your practice, which I want to get to in just a minute. But one of the things that you mentioned that you offer are end-of-life services as a doula. So what does that mean? Because I think oftentimes, in case people have caught you on the show before, they may not know what that means. They hear of doula oftentimes, I think, during childbirth, but not necessarily when it comes to palliative care.
Right, exactly. So end-of-life care is pretty much, what I do with as an end-of-life doula, I can start with anybody at any point in life trying to process what your wishes are for the end of life. Typically though, I have people coming when they are in palliative care or they're in hospice care. So I'm non-medical, but I can help with simple things like task, giving respite for a caregiver. But typically what I have found, I've been doing this for about 2 years now, is that the majority of the time, I'm not doing much of like paperwork or anything. I'm utilizing all the tools that I have as far as like holistic care. So the sound healing, the therapeutic sound, however you'd like to say it, and then the Reiki, and just offering that kind of care. And then sometimes I could do Thai body work, depending on how the person's feeling. So that's what I found that I usually do, is just bringing that calm to the person so that they're in less pain and there's a lot of fear around death, right? And even when someone's dying, they've usually come to a point where they're more accepting of it, but there's still all the things, the body's slowly shutting down, just like there's a labor and birth, there's a labor and death.
Wow, okay. So you brought some tools that you use, for lack of a better term, and this is for sound healing?
Sure, so oftentimes people at the end will want me to do some sounds. These are kind of some of my little travel ones. If the person's come to me several times, there might be certain things that they want. So this is like a very small portion of what I have. I have too many instruments, probably.
I don't think so. They're all great.
They're all fun. So these are bowls, and I just brought, I forgot my singing bowl one, but what's kind of nice about these ones is they're not too, they don't strike too hard, and they're softer. So like this is one of my favorites. So it's just real soft. But if I wanted like a higher pitch, I would do this. And then there's a little baby singing bowl that or sorry, not a singing bowl, it's a little baby tongue drum. So it's just kind of some fun stuff. Tuning forks are also really nice. They're easy to travel with, they're small. So that if, sometimes I'm in a hospital setting and sometimes in a home setting.
Sure, so this makes it easier, and I can understand it. I mean, it's beautiful, you know, it really is. The sounds are beautiful, and there are a variety of ways in which Becky uses these for you know, different healing sessions. It doesn't have to be during palliative care. There are a lot of times where people can take advantage of this. So I just want to make that clear to folks that they can enjoy this at any time.
Yes, definitely.
So why is it that you enjoy this work so much?
Oh boy. Well, so in 2003, I lost my brother unexpectedly. He was 24, and oh, thank you. And at that time, my dad was sick, and I was his primary caregiver. So he passed away in 2004. And having experienced unexpected death and death that was expected, I got to see just such a different range of how I reacted and how people reacted around us.
Yeah.
My dad was able to plan everything. He wrote his obituary. He wrote down everything he wanted for his funeral. I made videos for him so that he could see beforehand how everybody felt about him, have him hear the things that people wait to say, you know, at the funerals. So my brother didn't get to experience that. So with that, and then with the having people come in for different things with me, you know, I'm a nice complementary to medical care as well as therapy. So I'm not a replacement for that, but I'm a nice complement.
Absolutely.
So people come for me for anxiety, depression, end of life, terminal illness, and with that, seeing how I've helped them, and you know, I get such good response of like, you know, even if someone's terminally ill, they'll say, even for this hour and a half, I didn't experience any pain, and that alone is big.
Yeah, absolutely. And you speaking about your dad reminds me just to at least make mention today of this EndNotes guidebook.
Right.
And we'll have to have you back to talk specifically about that. But this is a really good, as you've put it, kind of conversation starter, or something that people can do when they're kind of trying to make these choices, decisions, or just feel more comfortable having end-of-life discussions.
Correct.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Becky, thank you so much.
You.
It's always illuminating, for lack of a better term, to have you here. You can contact Becky really for a variety of healing services at either the email address or the phone number right there at the bottom of your screen. You can also find her contact info by visiting her website, illuminatehealingstudio.com, and we will be sure, of course, to include this information on our website. As always, Becky, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Morgan.
Yes.